Hey guys, Vas here from Aussie RC Playground with another unboxing. This one is a big one. This is the Traxxas Slash Ultimate 4x4, and I say big because of the amount of dollars that I had to deposit into Tower Hobbies in order to get this thing. Oh, I tell you what, I'm still hurting. I am still hurting. This thing cost a pretty penny. But look on the bright side. They gave me a battery. How cool is that? Yeah, this is a 5000 milliamp 25C 2S, and it's a bit longer than your standard 2S pack. It's about the size of a 7-cell nickel motor hydrate. So just keep that in mind. If you buy one of these, you're going to get one of these batteries, but you may not be able to use it in all of your cars, unless of course they are capable of taking 7-cell nickel motor hydrates. So, something I've got to clear up as I very subtly unbox this thing is that this is actually my second take at unboxing. And I don't like to admit that because I actually wanted to do this pretty much as a as standard raw unboxing. And I actually had a problem with the sound and it didn't come out very well. So I'm now having to do it again. So I've had to pack everything back up and I'm going to unbox it for the second time just for you guys. See how much I care? I care. You might think I don't, but I do. So here is our truck. There it is. And inside the box you also get a bunch of stuff. You get a bag of goodies that you see there. And we'll get to that in a minute. I'll just pop that over there. And down at the other end is our remote. Gotta get rid of all this stuff here. Hang on, just bear with me. And there we're done. We're done. We're done. We're done. It was painless. I'm sure you didn't feel a thing. All right. Put the truck over here. We'll get to the. We'll get to this bit soon enough. But I know you're all dying to see and find out what's inside this bag. So we're going to do that first. First thing that comes to my hand is a spare set of sway bars. Now the truck does come with a set of sway bars already installed, but this is a different set. It is a different color also. The ones in the truck are black, these are silver, and I'm assuming they're a different stiffness. They also give you some plastic wheel hubs, which I believe are for the rear. Second thing that comes to my hand is some foam pads for the TQI docking base on your remote. You've got a couple of different thicknesses in there, so depending on the iDevice that you're going to be using and what generation it is, you're going to be needing to install one or possibly two of these foam pads so that it sits on the remote nice and snug. You know what that is? That's a pinion gear. This is apparently a high-speed pinion gear because this truck, according to what the box tells me, it can do 60 miles an hour, which is approximately 100 kilometers for a 1/10 scale short course truck. Yeah. You know what? I'm going to be honest. I never believe any of that stuff. I just look at 60 miles and go, okay, it's fast. But whether or not it can actually do that speed, debatable. All right, bunch of tools. We got tools. I'm not going to go into details. No one cares about that. You'll eventually get it and you'll see what comes in there. This is interesting though. They give you two other spur gears. Now one's a, where did I see it before? One's a 50 tooth, the other one's a 52 tooth. You've also got some spare body clips, you've got some washers for your body to protect your body as well. You've also got a couple of foam pads in here for your battery tray. So very, very cool. Give you a few spares and a few goodies. One very important thing that I'm sure some of you have had slashes before, or I've got someone that has a slash before, will tell you that the center diff is actually a good component to have, and it's a nice little upgrade. I have never had a slash before. This is my very first one. Yes, I am popping my cherry as we speak. And this is the center diff. Now I've got to be honest, I don't know if I'm going to be bothered swapping this thing around. But I might do it for the sake of the review. I might just do it just to see how difficult it is and whether they give you everything you need to be able to do that. We'll soon find out. And this one comes with a 54 tooth spur in there, so we'll soon see what we do with that. They also give you a charger. How about that, huh? They don't leave you out on the lurch. They give you a charger so you can charge your battery as well. And interesting thing I found out about the charger when I opened it was that, you know, if you buy things from Tower Hobbies, which are located in the United States, here in Australia we have different power plugs. So the power plug that came in, this doesn't actually fit on our walls. Thankfully though, I've got a whole bunch of electronic devices at home that have the same plug, and I'm able to charge my batteries regardless. Now I'm sure you are all dying to see the manuals and all the luxurious brochures they put in here for you. Warranty papers, yada yada. You want me to go through all this? Really? You want me to? Oh, I was hoping you'd say no, but no, I'm not doing it. I'm sorry. I don't care what you say. I'm not reading that on this channel. And we're going to get rid of all this stuff. And we're going to go straight to the remote. We'll get to the main event in a minute. Alright, just relax. Okay? It'll only be a few seconds. Now, the remote. Big old bastard. I will admit, this guy surprised me with its size. That's what she said. Now, this is obviously comes with your docking bay there, so you can put your iPhone or iPod or maybe even iPad mini. No, you can't put an iPad mini, I'm just kidding around. It comes with a bunch of little options here. You've got steering trim, you got a multifunction knob, and you got menu and set buttons up the top here. And it does run on 4 AA's, which is pretty cool, because last thing you want is to have to carry around not only the iPhone weight, the remote weight, as well as the weight of 8 AA's. The wheel is wrapped in a nice foam sort of material, and it's quite nice. It has a really good steady feel. I haven't used it, obviously. I haven't used the truck. I've unboxed it, but I haven't used it. Apart from the docking bay, honestly, this remote is pretty meh. You know, it's just meh. It's alright. Hopefully, you know, the good thing about it is, I mean, I'm obviously not going to change the remote on this thing. I've changed the remote on a lot of the other cars that I drive, that I test out, but I'm obviously not going to change this one because it's got all of those features. Now, coming on to the main event here, this is, you know, I did wrap this thing all back up as it was, and I have to say, I'm pretty good at it. And we'll get rid of this very quickly. And last one, we'll get this guy out of here. Alright, now I'm going to be real sneaky here, and I'm going to take the plastic off like so. And there we go. There's our truck. Alright, beautiful, isn't it? Great, thanks for watching. Please hit the like button. Oh, no, I'm only kidding. A couple of things you need to know about this body before I actually go on and go into the nitty gritty of everything that this truck comes with. Number one, I've chosen this color scheme because it's the less common one that I've seen around the traps. Most people tend to go for the red and black, or just a black one, or I've seen a black and silver one that has the silver sort of going through the middle. This one's a little bit less common, so I figured, hey, you know, I'll go for the one that no one picks. I'll go for the underdog. And I must admit, it's gorgeous. It's beautiful. I don't really, honestly, I don't think it's going to matter what color scheme you go for. The body design itself, compared to the other short course trucks that I've been driving and testing, this is actually really, really nice. Very slimline, very well sort of sculpted. Few neat little details here and there. It's a nice body, you know. However, I'm not going to be using this body to bash this truck. And something that I don't usually do is actually research what a replacement body would cost on, say, a Turnigy Trooper or a ProLite, or even the Offner, which is over here. Hello, Offner. Still in repairs. Last time I drove this thing, one of the pins that holds the rear wheel hub in place popped out, and I lost the dog bone, and the parts have just come in. I haven't had time to put that guy back together yet, but you'll see that one up and running soon. So, going back to the body, I don't usually research replacement prices for replacement bodies, but for some reason for this one I did. And I think the reason is because this thing costs so much damn money. I almost had to take out a loan just to buy this thing. I mean, God, Traxxas, why so much? So what I've done is I've actually gone out and bought myself the clear body from the Platinum edition. And surprisingly, it's a lot cheaper if it's not painted. So I'm going to keep this one in pristine condition. It's going to be left behind. I'm not going to use this body. and I'm going to paint up the clear one. I've got some leftover paint lying around. I may need to buy an extra can or two, I don't really care. I mean, I'll paint that up and I'll smash that one up and you know, test the truck with that. At least it's not an aftermarket body, so when I do my final review, it's going to be on the same body design. So, enough about the body. Let's take this off and move on to the Slash low center of gravity. Ladies and gentlemen, there it is in all its awesome, expensive glory. This thing is, may I add, a piece of work. It really is a piece of work. Where do I start? Okay, since I'm grabbing the bumpers, I'll go for the bumpers here. I don't know why it's clicking. It's done that once before. I think it's because it's these little tubes that actually go into the bumper. They're sort of clicking in. It's nothing's broken, relax. Bumpers feel really good. They've got, I think, just enough flex in them. So if you do hit the truck and bounces around after a jump, it'll be fine. Wheels and tires. The wheels, well, I think all the Traxxas models, or at least all the Ultimate models that I'm aware of, come with these wheels. These have actually got that beadlock look to them. Now these ones have actually got the black outer. I know some of the other wheels have actually got the red, which doesn't look too bad. I mean, if you've got the body scheme, color scheme on the body to match that, it'll look good. But here they've gone just for the plain black. And these are the Goodrich S1 Racing Compound. And I can tell you that they are grippy as anything. Now, I'm not referring to, like, I haven't tested the truck, but they're sticky. The rubber compound is quite soft, but not too soft. At least it doesn't feel like it's too soft. They do give you nice foam inserts in these. Really nice sticky rubber. So I really am hanging out to test this thing out and see how it all performs. Suspension setup. You see that? That's called droop. And this thing has got a lot of it. And I have to say, you know, suspension setup out of the box with any RTR is going to need some tweaking. It's going to need some adjustments, purely because, you know, the manufacturer sells to the general public, and the general public will have slightly different intentions as to where they're going to be using their vehicle. So somebody might buy this and go, you know what, I'm going to give this a try at the racetrack and see if I can win some races. So obviously you're going to set the suspension up according to the racetrack that you're going to be racing on. Someone else like me, who's going to be testing it on various different terrains, will have to adjust it a little bit and maybe just put it so that it sort of, you know, crosses across, goes across all different terrains and can handle a variety of different things, such as tarmac and some jumps and things like that. So I'll tweak it accordingly. I'll adjust the spring rate accordingly. And, you know, just take some of this droop out of here, because there's quite a fair bit. There's probably about 10 mil, maybe more, of droop, which is a lot. Aluminium Big Boss shocks with threaded bodies. Yeehaw! They've gone all out with this one. Front and rear sway bars. Thank you. Should be very nice. And we've got these aluminium bits at the front here. So you've got your steering blocks, and you've got your wheel hubs in there. Same at the rear. You've got some aluminium C hubs in there, and you know, it's all good. It's all beefed up. It's all designed to take a beating, and you know, go home for dinner and then come back again and do it all over again. This thing is designed to go all out and to do everything that you want it to do and more. You've got, is there a, oh yeah, there is, yeah. There is a little servo saver in there as well, and it's one of those that has the angle on it, so as you turn, you know, the thing sort of raises up, and yeah, it's alright. Good thing about this truck though is that all the electronics are waterproof, which is really nice to see. You've got motor, ESC, you've got a receiver box, and you've got your steering servo, all of which are waterproof. Now, of course, you wouldn't go swimming with this thing, but you can go over, you know, the odd puddle here and there, muck around with it in winter if you want to, you know, on a wet road, or, you know, in a little bit of mud, and you should be okay. Of course, whenever you do stuff like that, I do highly recommend you clean the truck immediately afterwards. Do not allow moisture and dirt to seep in through the gaps, obviously to avoid problems. But you know, if you do stuff like that, you do want to clean it straight away afterwards. What is this doing here? Is that a warning label? So we won't worry about that. And of course you've got the big old Velenion system, which is supposed to be a pretty good system from what I hear, and expensive if you want to buy one. You know, like this setup alone, just a motor and ESC, I've seen these floating around for about 160, 170 bucks. So not a cheap little system, if I must admit. So I'm really hoping that this thing performs as it should. Now, one of the things that I really like about this truck, apart from the low center of gravity, of course, and big Bosch shocks and the really good tires and the aluminium. Okay, let me just get to the point. One of the really good things I like about the truck is this little battery strap they got going on here. Good thing about this, and I really like, it was a nice surprise, I didn't know it came like this, is that there are no pins, there are no body pins, there is no special tools that you need to take the strap out. You basically push down on this little plastic bit just here and just pull the strap clean out, and then you slide that back in and wait for the click, and that's it. And it's in there and it doesn't come out, and I love it. Absolutely love that idea. I wish more trucks, more cars had the simplicity of being able to change batteries as quickly as this. I mean, you're not going to lose any pins, you're not going to waste time unscrewing something. It's just brilliant. I really like that idea, and I wish more people would do things like this, because that's how it should be. You know, I mean, if this is a basher truck, you know, if you're a racer, you put a battery in there, you do your race, you come out and you're done. But if you're a basher and you want to, you know, you got 3 or 4 batteries, the last thing you want to do is you go, oh, battery's flat, come back, and you're going to spend 5 minutes taking stuff out, put this thing in, make sure it all fits, and, you know, too much mucking around. This is so simple. It's at least going to save you 5 seconds of changing batteries, so it should be good. Should be really good. The chassis itself is a plastic tub chassis. They haven't put any aluminium in there. I don't know if they're ever going to be doing anything in aluminium there, but you know, it's a fairly beefed up piece of plastic. It's got this honeycomb design through the outer edges and through the middle, and everything just has, you know, triangular bits sort of coming in and out of it to really make sure that it's nice and strong and stiff, and it's pretty much as, you know, it's as tough and it's as good as you're going to get for something that's in a plastic tub. So another good thing that I will say that I really like, just looking at the design of it, and I know that it's probably going to be hard to see on the camera, but this rear diff just here is actually above the chassis plate itself. So when you're doing your jumps, if you land it hard on the rear, or, you know, if you land the car hard, you're not going to be slapping it on the actual diff. You're going to actually hit the chassis, and I suppose, you know, that could be a good thing, I guess. Otherwise they wouldn't have done it. So I'm assuming that that's a good thing. But, you know, just little things like that they've done that you go, okay, you know, that's good. It's a different way of doing it, and I think they've actually done it right. I think Traxxas have really hit the nail on the head with this one, and it's about bloody time, can I say, because I've been contemplating getting a Slash for probably since the start of this channel. Since I started this channel, it's something that I've, you know, when you look at other YouTube videos, when you talk, when you see what people are talking about on forums, and they compare a lot of the short course trucks to the Slash 4x4. You know, this truck is eating a bit. It's all that everybody seems to want. It's supposed to be really tough. It's supposed to be really fast. There's a ton of upgradable parts. Of course, not at the moment, because this is a new chassis, so I don't think that there are a lot of upgrades out there as of yet. But you know, RPM and all those sorts of brands will jump on board in no time when they see that people are buying this truck more than the other one, and you know, they'll start bringing out all sorts of upgrades for this. But I think that's pretty much everything that I've covered. I don't think there's anything else. You've got a slipper clutch in there, it looks like. Beefed up, you know, aluminium drive shaft going straight through the middle here. Adjustable cambers, toe in, toe outs. I mean, it's got all the bells and whistles that you want. Obviously with the lower center of gravity as well, you can always go out and race with this thing if you wish. And if you don't want to go out and race, well, it's an absolutely excellent basher, or at least it seems to be. Yet to be determined until I get my hands on it and take it out for a bit of a spin. So we'll see how it all holds up. Yeah, that's pretty much the unboxing for this guy. If you like this video and you like the truck and you like the way I unboxed it, then you know, crush that like button. I do appreciate your support. You know, it takes a millisecond to just go click and hit the like, and it's all good, and I'm happy and I can keep going. If you didn't like it, well, if you must, click the dislike button. I'm sorry I've disappointed you. And of course, if you want to stay in touch with everything that I do on this channel, and you like RCs and you like the way I do it, then you know, hit the subscribe button, which is even better. Thanks again for watching, and I'll speak to you guys again next time.